Hangouts on air. Yes, we get it. We are live. Let me see. Let me pull it up here so I can see anyone who's tuning in. Get it. We are live.
Couple seconds behind.
No, just a little bit. All right. Well, we'll see if anyone actually happens to join in. But regardless, if you watch this or you watch the replay, welcome. I brought her back to the channel, guys. We've actually been talking about doing this video for how long?
Probably at least a month now. It's just, honestly, when we ever have a day off together, we just want to be lazy. Yeah. And that's just what happens. We get lazy, and then by the time we want to make the video, it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm sleepy. So
exactly. No, exactly.
Our Leo's gonna try and make an appearance.
He might try and make an appearance if we can get him up on the couch, baby, but he doesn't really get up. Well, he gets on the arms of the couch. He doesn't.
We'll see.
We'll see if he comes into the video. But
try Patty.
Huh?
Try Patty.
Come on. Come on, Leo.
No, he's uninterested.
No. Well, in any event, welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love as always. I didn't do my Yahoo at the beginning. But, these videos are definitely a lot more, laid back and chill. But as you can tell by the title, we are going to be consulting the internet on whether or not we should stay together. We're going to stay together regardless of what
Let's be honest. If we would have done this at the beginning of our relationship, we would not be together right now.
That's true. That is very true. It's funny because, sometimes when you look at some of these websites, it's very sensationalized and what I call slapsticky. So it's like people will look up their astrology compatibility on these sites, and there is some merit of truth to these things, but really, what I've learned with astrology is that everyone has their own complex, unique makeup. So even if two people's sun signs don't necessarily match, you gotta look at their moon, their Venus, their Mercury, all that kind of stuff. So we figured we would just do just have some fun and be like, what does the internet say about our compatibility? I also do have our composite chart up. I don't know if I'll show that at the end of the video, but I do have the composite chart, but it'd be kind of cool to see what our compatibility is.
Well, let's go right into it, right?
Yeah, let's see what the internet says about us.
Here, I'll start out with an app on my phone.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna be reacting and responding to this. See, is that true? Is that not true?
So this is from Astro Guru, an app on your phone. Free app, of course. I'm not going to pay for anything.
Oh.
Can they? They say it backwards, right?
I don't know. They actually. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they say it backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm an Aquarius and he's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
And our compatibility score is 56%, which is not the worst.
Not as bad as what they make that out to be on some places.
No, so it says Scorpio needs emotional commitment in the relationship and is frustrated by Aquarius's lack of it. This is true. It is so true, because there are some times where I just don't want to talk about my emotions. I cut them off and I'm ready to go into, have y'all heard of, it's a kind of comedy routine called the Nothing Box?
Yeah.
That guys have.
Yeah.
I feel like all Aquariuses have a Nothing Box.
Dude, that's actually good. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
And I do feel like I can turn my emotions on and off. And sometimes I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and distract myself with something else and I'm done. I don't want to deal with it right now. And he's like, no, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. But at the same time, I'm going to sit here and spat metaphors to you throughout the whole entire discussion. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Scorpio is possessive. Not really true for us. I don't think so.
I'm not the most possessive Scorpio. I guess I kind of used to be, but honestly, I'm not I'm not really super possessive like that.
No, I mean, honestly, for me, you really haven't been.
Yeah.
I think like when we first got together, I was 19 and you were 21.
Yeah.
So it was different because I was 19 years old and I wanted to be in a relationship, and it was glorified, and it was almost, I don't want to say fake because I think everything we felt was real. It's just everything was magnetized, like.
It's magnetized. It's the beginning of the relationship. Plus, we were both young. I mean, I was 21. Mm-hmm. This was like pretty much my first real girlfriend, and she was fresh out of high school too. So it's like we both were, we were looking for someone to connect with. So yeah, it's like the beginning of any relationship. You have that fiery, that spark and that passion, and I guess sometimes you may confuse it for, do I really like this person, or I'm just attracted to them because they're giving me the time of day. But I mean, nearly 7 years later, like,
we're still here.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I know, right?
So the Scorpio is possessive, whereas for Aquarius, his or her freedom is most important, which honestly, I found that that's a lot more important now than it was for me at the beginning of our relationship, because like, honestly, I could not stand to be a night without him, especially after we moved in and stuff like that. I could not stand it at all. And then we went through a period of time where he moved in with his dad for 3 months, and I was with my parents, probably an hour and a half away. So
yeah, we probably almost broke up like 3 times in the course of that summer. That was the summer of 2017. It was the summer right after we got back from Colorado. We moved back here in like March or so, and I got a job at like a sushi restaurant. I was only there for a few months because my anxiety was like really taking over and stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to change and do something different. So I moved in with my dad. It was a lot more. I just felt better there, honestly. I really did. I actually felt better there, and like it wasn't really anything with Lauren. It's just like I think I was down on myself. I was living with her and her parents again, but like the third time, I guess at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
the first time was, well, understandable. The second time we were just in transition between places, and then the third time third time was like again the transition, but I felt like a loser, honestly. So that probably didn't help with my whole anxiety thing. So
yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know,
it was tough.
It really was, but I feel a lot more like I need my freedom.
Especially since you're an Aquarius.
I feel like I'm tapping into my Aquarius-ness a lot more as I grow older. Like when I was younger, like I would look up my my sign and all this other stuff, and I'm like, why did I get Aquarius? Because that's so not me, and it never was. And then I just find myself really tapping into it a lot more. And
you probably will tap. I feel like with the signs, the later signs, it's like you have to mature fast, but then you don't really come into the understanding of your sign until you get older. So people who are like Capricorns, Aquariuses, and Pisces, they kind of always are like that, but it's like it takes them a while to come into that energy. But like when you have like Aries and Tauruses and Geminis, they come to energy real fast.
Yeah.
They embody it so fast because like, Aries, what rules technically the first 7 years of life from 0 to 7, and Taurus is 8 to 14. So, and I'm Scorpio, so it's like I'm kind of coming into it and stuff. I feel more like a Pisces than anything, though. I feel like
oh my gosh, he talks about it all the time. He's like, man, I'm tapping into my Pisces. What is it, Pisces moon?
Yeah, Pisces moon. Yeah. So all the time. That's the thing. Like, you remember how we're talking about emotional depths and stuff, and I need emotional connection? Yeah, that's my Pisces moon in the 4th house, ruled by Cancer, by the way. So it's it's crazy.
But anyway, it just says, however, mutual respect and passion will help the pair build a satisfying relationship as long as Scorpio does not become jealous and start suspecting Aquarius's loyalty. Even though that sentence doesn't really make sense.
Not for us, anyways.
And start suspecting, like, I feel like suspecting is not the right word for that.
I guess I kind of see what you're saying.
You know, I get what they're saying, but you know, I think especially like towards the beginning of our relationship, I honestly always thought he was cheating, and it was.
It's weird too. I'm sitting here I'm
freaking innocent, girl. Like, what are you doing? And I mean, yeah, it was my own insecurity.
But I will call myself out though. I did have this weird emotional crush that developed that nothing ever happened. That the worst I did is I actually wrote poetry about this thing. I wrote 2 poems about it, really just to get the energy out.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst thing that's happened. I had like this weird emotional crush on, and it was literally like Inception. And it wasn't fair because I was at work and I got cornered. Like this chick cornered me and she was like, hey, there's someone I would like here at work. And I was like, I really couldn't move past her. And I was like, okay. And she was twirling her hair and all that bull crap. Part of me still denies that it was me to this day, but it was probably me. And then from that moment, there was like this weird inception point. I think I was also attracted to the fact that she was like an artist or something like that. And she painted.
This bitch did cocaine. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that out there.
Well, we're not gonna say who it is or anything like that. So it's okay. I doubt she's even watching this anyway. So.
And that really kind of, I think, heightened things for us a lot. And ultimately, I do think it really helps our relationship, especially now. But
part of me thinks it's kind of foolish to think that one of the partners or both at some point doesn't develop some type of crush on another person.
No, I mean,
that's like, we get this whole Hollywood thing is like when you find that person, that's it. And it's like, I guess sometimes it's true. Sailing. Yeah, smooth sailing, but it's like, not necessarily. Jesus. It's like both of you probably will still develop crushes on other people and stuff. And whether you act on them or not is the thing, and neither of us have acted on any of them that I know of. But,
No. Shoot. My job involves me working with pretty much all females. I ain't getting any dick up there, okay?
That doesn't mean anything these days. You can flow both ways. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's be honest. You'd want to get in on it more than anything.
Oh.
Tapping into that Scorpio, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Is there anything else it says about us?
That's what it says. It's just a short little paragraph. Wow.
Well, I want to do the compatibility of our moon sign because I think that'll be kind of interesting as well. Yeah. So let's how do we do this? Oh, compatibility match, right? How do I change it? Okay. So I'm gonna read it this time. So I'm a Pisces moon and she is a Taurus moon. So here's what the compatibility between our moon sign is. Ooh, it's at 82%. Hey, but the only thing about it is that my Pisces moon is at 28 degrees and her Taurus moon's at 6. So, I mean, I'm closer to an Aries moon. In fact, I think that's where my progress moon is right now anyways. But still, let's just read it. The two signs get along with each other perfectly. Perfect. Pisces will find ways to make Taurus happy in exchange of the security. They love going out together and also enjoy each other's company at home. The outlook for this relationship is very positive as Taurus practicality and Pisces imagination complement each other. I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yes, but I do think that, definitely our sun signs definitely affect that.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because I am very practical and he is very imaginative, but sometimes it does piss me off. Like, sometimes he lives in this fantasy and I'm sitting here like, dude, like, come back to earth. Like,
it's funny because I actually have a decent amount of earth in my chart too.
But I think you just strive to live up in the clouds. It's like your signs are trying to keep you so grounded that you're trying to fight it or something. But it just, God, it's annoying sometimes.
Give an example. Give an example of how I try and stay in the clouds, but
You want to bring up our current situation?
What?
Sometimes he thinks, okay, so I guess sometimes you think that like you doing almost the same result will eventually yield you a different result. You're like, okay, if I just keep pushing with the same exact thing in the same exact way, then
that's the definition of insanity.
We both established you're insane. Love you. But we're both insane.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, you're insane. I'm psychotic.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think I've established it now.
I'm insane. You're psychotic. Should we still be together, guys? If I'm insane and she's psychotic. That's funny.
Well, anyway.
But yeah, doing the same thing but expecting a different result. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because I literally thought about that earlier today. And I thought I was like, one day you're gonna learn, man. I told myself that, like, one day you're gonna learn. It's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result. I'm sitting here like, I do that.
And
we got some people up in the house. We have Sid, Good Vibes, and I'm Possible. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Crazy,
right?
We all are. It's just, I'll tell you, my crazy. It just seems like it is pretty nutty.
You know what's fun though? What's really fun?
What?
When I'm not on the receiving end of her anger, it's hilarious to watch it because I'm literally in the corner just eating popcorn and I'm just like, you know what? I don't even have to. She doesn't even have to tag me in. Like she'll take care of the whole thing. Like if it's a tag team match and she's angry, she doesn't have to tag me in. I'm just sitting there as like moral support, and I'm just like, I feel sorry.
I'm throwing the punches. He's like wiping the sweat off my forehead. Like that's literally what it is. You got this. You got this. Yeah,
like it's so funny. Like we're like, oh gosh, like, yeah. Not being on the receiving end of that is, but honestly, I don't really. I mean, I'm not gonna say I like our arguments, but neither of us likes to back down. But I admit I can be very annoying because, as she said earlier, I will use metaphors and similes all day long in my arguments. And
exactly. And that's the thing that fucking irritates me is he just sits there and
it's my Mercury in Sagittarius.
I don't care what it is. It's freaking annoying. And I don't know. It gets under my skin because I'm sitting here like, okay, how can we make this as efficient as possible so that we can stop fucking arguing? And then eventually I get so tired of arguing, I just give in. And I know that, you know, like as an Aquarius, I know I'm stubborn.
Yeah, we're both stubborn signs. Yeah. Scorpio and Aquarius are arguably.
I'm sorry, but.
Well, all the thick signs are stubborn, but I would argue that Scorpio and Aquarius are probably some of the most stubborn signs.
Scorpio takes the cake. Okay, just don't.
Well, it's kind of like what I said on who was it? I think it was the piece that was live. It's like Scorpio will throw you into the deep end of the pool without any floaties. I mean, we'll come save you eventually. But I mean, Cancer will throw you into the deep end with floaties. Actually, Cancer will guide you into the deep end, right? Pisces won't really care. But Scorpio will literally throw you into the 10-foot end of the pool with no floaties and expect you to swim.
But I feel like Cancers, and this is just from recent experiences, will sit there and like throw you a fireball or something, but they care enough to throw you a ball of fire in the pool, but they don't care enough to throw you, or they'll throw you like a rock or something like that, like being actually realistic about it. And that's just recent experiences that we've been experiencing. But I don't know. Like I said, Scorpio probably takes the cake for the most stubborn sign.
Yeah, you like to think so.
At least with you.
I know I'm stubborn. But here's the thing about my Scorpio energy. It's in the 12th house. So it's like I know that a lot of times, like I'm in such an illusion, and sometimes it's hard for me to break out of that illusion. To have fixed Scorpio in a mutable house, and it's the house of delusions and imagination. It's so hard for me to break out of my own delusions and stuff. Sometimes it's really fun. Sometimes it actually works. Sometimes it actually works to my advantage. But sometimes it's so fucking hard to break out of it. I'm just like, like this eclipse. Oh my gosh, it like. You don't know, guys, how stubborn I was to keep this thing unlocked. The universe like tore me the fuck apart, and it's still happening because we have this lunar eclipse coming up. But I think the lunar eclipse is actually gonna be not that bad. Like, well, it's hitting my aspects in a positive way. So
Yeah, going back to emotions, since you're talking about your vices and all, I do not know how to handle my emotions still.
Getting better.
What?
You're getting better.
Yeah, I know that. And it's hard because I literally will suppress them. And it sometimes comes out at the most random times. And sometimes
sometimes when I'm not really in like a super like not that I'm saying I'm not expressing my emotions, whatever, but sometimes I'm just like I'm being a guy, because I'm still a dude. So and then she'll present me with this stuff, and I'm like, where did that come from? It kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, I mean it's totally true, because I don't know, like even I find it like lately. Like I don't want to deal with my emotions lately. So I'll sit there and almost like purposefully try and make myself cry because I know I need to, because sometimes just a really good cry just fixes everything. So I remember I was sitting here watching like super sad videos, and I was listening to super sad songs because I think you were away, and I'm sitting here like, I just want to cry, but I can't. It's like literally I don't let myself sometimes. Yeah. And it sucks. It sucks not, because I'm trying so damn hard to try and get in touch with some type of emotion deep down there.
Don't get it twisted. I mean, like, it's okay though if it didn't come in that moment, because then that means like it wasn't authentic, And sometimes, like, actually, like you would think that as emotional as I am, that I cry a lot, and I really don't.
But when he cries, he cries.
Yeah, it's like
he cries, and I wish I could do that.
To the point. You ever like cry to the point where like you get to the part where it's healing and you feel good, and then you keep going, and then it starts to like get bad again? That's what I do. Like it'll be good, and then like I'll just figure out a way to cascade myself down just a little bit further.
He does,
and it's like it's earth shattering.
It's hard to comfort sometimes.
Yeah,
because it's like I'll literally feel like, okay, I broke through. And then we're right back to square one.
Put up a wall again. Yeah.
He is the master at putting up walls. And he doesn't.
What we do.
Well, see, your issue is communication. I try my best to be
I'm starting to understand why that is.
Okay.
It's my Mercury and Sag. Okay, so no, seriously. So like going to a little bit of this astrology stuff, right? So I have Mercury and Sagittarius in the first house. Now, Mercury doesn't like to be in Sagittarius because Mercury traditionally rules Gemini. So with Mercury and Sag, I'm always trying to communicate and convey big ideas. And here's the thing about Sag energy. They're some of the happiest people in the world, but when they're depressed, it's like one of the saddest things ever to see. Next to Leo, a depressed Sagittarius is heartbreaking. So it's like a lot of times what will happen is that I will communicate purposefully, and like I will like arrange my words in such a way, and I kind of pull on like Scorpio energy too, where I will put up these walls and stuff like that. And it's like I mean well, because I'm trying to communicate these high lofty ideals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean my Mercury's forward, but it's actually in the retrograde. I know this is me getting technical because I can't. So at the time of my birth, Mercury was direct, but it was coming off of a retrograde. So it's actually in the retrograde zone. So it's like, I think I feel that as well. Now with her, she has her Mercury in Pisces, which Mercury doesn't like to be in Pisces either. Her Mercury is actually retrograde in Pisces. And that's actually kind of interesting. At 5 degrees, and it's conjunct her Venus. So for her, it's like, she's wanting to communicate her values and her ideals, but a lot of times it doesn't reach people because of the retrograde Mercury energy. So when Mercury's in retrograde, you're honestly in your element. Like right now, Mercury's retrograde, you're actually in your element right now. Because it's like now everyone can finally communicate on your level. People actually get it. People actually get it. But like when Mercury's going forward, like, and I kind of get it because, you know, I've been around here long enough to kind of know. And my Mercury doesn't like to be in Sag, so I understand what it's like to have that communication in a weird spot. But damn, sometimes our communication errors, I think we both know it. It's just literally the way that we're perceiving it. Like, it's not that we're mad at each other. It's literally just the way that we'll be perceiving each other's argument. And then it just makes it that much worse. That's why sometimes it's best to just
and
walk away and sit down and come back later.
Well, I'm also going to bring this up because I know like a lot of stuff's been floating around on the internet as far as like love languages.
Oh, yeah, love languages.
We are completely different love languages. We really are. He just wants to be touched. As long as my foot is touching him, as long as something has to be touching him, and we're fine. But however, I want
my only one. A lot of guys would touch. So.
Touch and words of affirmation are your big ones.
Yeah, words of affirmation. Yeah.
I enjoy words of affirmation, but
acts of service.
Acts of service / gifts.
Yeah, gifts.
I love a good house plant. I love a good, plant in general, or, just to show that he's thinking about me a little bit, or even.
Let me just say, guys, that, like, for a great part of our relationship, like, I was always, like, trying to push her, like, find who you are, discover who you are, all this. This is, like, when I first got into spirituality. Like, I've always considered myself pretty spiritual. But when I first got into it at the beginning of our relationship, and I was, like, meditating and stuff, and like I was getting all into this sort of stuff, I was always like trying to push her and prod her to find her spiritual self. I was always pushing her and prodding her, trying to figure out who she was and stuff.
That didn't work.
And then what I learned when I started diving more into astrology and I looked at her chart, and I'm like, the way that she experiences this stuff is in a very grounded, earthy, practical way. Because she is a Taurus moon, first of all, but her 12th house cusp is Taurus. But what's cool about it is that I feel like she's really connected to herself, to her soul, and the universe through planting. It's cool. Like we have all the plants out on our porch. We have a lot of plants in our apartment, and it's good to kind of bring that earthy Gaia energy in here. Anyways, she actually grew some mixed lettuce, and I ate some of it, and that's like the first thing I think I ate of hers that's like she grew.
Well, that's
really cool.
That's pretty much the first time that I've grown something that really can be. Well, I mean, everything
edible.
Can be eaten, but like specifically for eating, and like honestly, I was so afraid to like harvest it.
Yeah.
I was so
You probably should have
afraid.
harvested it earlier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, I probably overgrew it by at least a month.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the good thing about doing lettuce mixes and stuff. For any of you guys that want to, so freaking easy.
Yeah.
It really was. And I don't know, like, that's kind of like my me time. Like my freedom. It's like
I let her
I'm
do
able
her thing
to
and stuff like that. And it's really cool to see because my dad was into planting, and I grew up, planting trees and flowers with my dad and being in the yard and stuff. So I kind of grew up with that, and I enjoy it and stuff. But it is cool to know that that's like her thing. So it's like I'll go out there and I may water her plants with her and stuff like that, but I really just like to sit back and admire her.
No, let's be honest. Okay, I have to force him outside sometimes. Be like, babe, come look at my plants. Look at how much they grew.
I'll be on the computer working on something.
Yeah, like you were working on your logo or something?
Trying to create a new logo for the website.
Yeah, well, and I'm just like, babe, come outside. Look at my plants. Look at how much they've grown. I have these flowers, and I mean they're not flowers yet, but because I just planted them because I wanted something else. And no, I had something pulled up.
Oh, you did?
No, don't touch it.
Oh, okay.
Aren't the animals cute? Sorry, I pulled up another thing while he was talking.
Oh, that is cute.
Anyway, I find that planting and painting, like furniture and stuff, is kind of my getaway. And I really need to start doing it more.
That makes sense though, right? Doesn't it like all fall in line with their Taurus moon or Taurus 12th house? See, I'm Scorpio 12th house, so I'm like concerned about like destroying things or recreating things.
God. Well, like it's almost like to prove your spirituality, it's like you have to prove something.
I feel like I do.
And I get so mad at him sometimes because it's like you have nothing to prove to anybody else but yourself.
And it's hard.
And it's hard because, well, because you take so much from like your family and stuff. And I think we all do, but I'm like, you know, sometimes it does have to be kind of like, fuck your family for a second. You need to work on you before you can be wonderful to everybody else.
Yeah.
And anyway.
No, you're good. no, you're good. So, it's you know, and not fuck your family in like such a bad way.
Yeah,
but just like focusing on yourself.
Put them aside for right now and focus on you, because sometimes, honestly, sometimes your family doesn't know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And that's because they're not you.
Yeah.
And not saying that they don't have your best interests at heart, but it's saying only you know what you need.
Yeah.
So make sure to listen to yourself. Do take advice from elders and just anybody, but
there are no adults in this world. Only children and adult children. Like there's no adults in this world.
Let's be honest. Our families are living proof of that.
I think everyone's living proof of that. We have a child in the White House. White House. So I have this thing. I've noticed that, by the time I'm 40, I'm not gonna sound articulate like this. I'm gonna be straight country as hell. So it's gonna happen sooner than later. It just random words, guys. That would just sound
like literally
born and raised in Georgia, and everyone's like, I've gotten like, you understand. For the longest time, people would be like, "You're not from Georgia. You're from California. You're from Minnesota. You're from New York. You don't sound like you're from Georgia. You don't have that Southern twang." Like, it comes out at random times. It's becoming more common.
And like, it literally, it's one word out of the sentence. He'll sit there and like, he was talking about Belgium one time and it was Belgium.
That one was funny.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
That was probably one of the funnier ones.
And then he was talking about saying something out loud, and he was like out loud, and it's just the funniest thing. But anyway, getting on with it. This one is called Horoscope Love Compatibility.
Okay.
And it has the cutest little creatures on it. I don't know if y'all can see it or not very well, but
yeah,
it's these cute ass little creatures. And they're great. So I'm going to select mine, Aqua, that has a pot on its head. Here, I don't know if I can. Yeah, it has a pot on its head.
Yeah.
And then, where's Scorpio?
Right there.
Yes, of course, has a stinger.
Of course.
Oh my God.
You want me to read it?
Oh, it's so long.
I can read it. Well,
the first sentence is, there is much chance for friction here.
Woo! Friction doesn't have to be a bad thing.
It surely was in the beginning. Where Scorpio faces their inner emotional world directly and with intense energy. Jesus, that's correct.
And I have Mars in Scorpio as well, guys, and Pluto there. So yeah, I'm a warrior when it comes to that.
So thinking deeply about the more hidden undercurrents of life. That's Scorpio. Aquarius takes the same sort of energy and turns it outward. With their unusual, idealistic, and above all else, very social outlook on life, Aquarius seems an odd choice for the more introverted Scorpio, which is really interesting with us because I am introverted.
I'm introverted, but I guess I'm
so much better than I am.
I guess I'm a little more social and extroverted than you are.
Like,
yeah. I think my Sagittarius really helps with that.
I think, I don't know. It just, I don't.
Oh, you have a Gemini rising.
That just means I'm fake as hell. It's fine. Which I am. I do have it. I do have my fake moments, and that is 100% true. But no, like I found myself getting really like heavy anxiety. Like about about a week ago, a little over a week ago.
I remember, yeah, you told me about
at
that
work,
now.
we, I decided to show up to this celebration, and well, I'll go ahead and say it. So it was a celebration because in our county we've never had a black woman for the district attorney job. And I work for the magistrate court. So, yeah, I mean, it was awesome to see because she was our chief magistrate and she was moving from chief magistrate to district attorney. And it was really just history in the making. And it was awesome. And I wanted to go. So definitely, went, but I didn't get there in time to be there with my coworkers. So I was all by myself with a group of probably a couple hundred people, and I flipped my shit.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that many people.
Oh my
I know
God.
you said it was a lot.
Probably well over 1,000 people showed up to this thing, and
I've been up there. It's like,
well, this courthouse is not
set up for it. Yeah, it's not set up for that sort of thing.
But the governor came. I'm not a huge fan of the governor, but it's a big deal. And then she did her swearing and stuff, and it was really cool. But I freaked the hell out. I don't like crowds, especially if I don't know anybody. And in this case, I didn't know anybody at this. I didn't know what to do.
You remember when I freaked out on Black Friday last year?
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
I freaked out so hard. I was so upset.
But see, I was with you, so I was fine. It did bother me a little bit.
Oh gosh, I wanted to get out of there. The crowds were so unnerving. Yeah. I guess I just felt everyone's energy. And we went to Walmart of all places, and oh my God, I was terrified. That was crazy.
That was
because like I've had anxiety from like self-induced stuff, like me thinking about life's biggest questions and thinking I'm gonna die or something like that, or I'm like worried about my health and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really get social anxiety, but that was like a case where I got like severe social anxiety, and I'm like, get me out of here.
Yeah, like, it was. I guess we both have those situations.
Keep talking.
Anyway, let me go ahead and read this thing a little bit more. Oh, where was I at? Yeah, but anyway, I'm not social like the actual Aquarius sign says that I am. Aquarius seems like an odd choice for the more introverted Scorpio. Aquarius needs a crowd to feel stimulated. I totally don't feel that. Maybe they're not really talking about the crowd in the way that I think about it. Because now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I do like to be in the center of attention sometimes.
Don't get it twisted. Everyone's like Leo wants to be the center of attention. Aquarius like to as well. Don't get it twisted now.
I don't even know if it's so much I want to be in the center of attention. I want everyone to like me. Yeah. And I also want recognition.
I think that's the weird thing because I don't think Leo really cares if everyone likes them. They just want the attention.
Yeah, it's just like that one post.
These of course are blanket statements, but like
it's just like that one post. It's like as long as they're talking about Leo, they're happy.
Yeah,
whether it's really
Leos
bad
know how to convert that negative light or that negative criticism into their favor. Aquarius doesn't know what to do with that. If someone criticizes an Aquarius, like they'll detach. But they don't necessarily know how to deal with that criticism.
No, we do not. We do not. This just reminded me of this page that I really used to like. It's called Astrology Memes.
Zodiac Memes.
And it pretty much just calls out all the signs, and a lot of it's superficial, but
yeah, a lot of it's superficial. Yeah.
Yeah. So, God, who is this? Anyway, let me go ahead and get off of that. So Da, 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 da. Yeah, so Aquariuses are always looking around the room for the next person to get to know. That's not really me.
That's not really me either.
It just kind of shows that, you know, first of all, you are not. Sorry, I got uncomfortable. No, you are not just your sun sign. At all.
You're rising.
You're not just one thing.
You're really all the signs. You're just representations of the signs.
Yeah, and you know, that's just what it shows. It shows that, you know, and these are so slapsticky, like you say, and not all of us are like this. I mean,
right.
Anyway, so Scorpio, on the other hand, desires engaging, probing. Jesus, that's correct.
Ooh, I'm a prodder.
And very intimate time with their romantic mates. All of that is ridiculously true about you. He pokes me all the time.
I will poke. Because we want to see how far we can push it. But then when everyone gets mad at us, we get upset and we sting you. It's like we'll poke. And then finally someone blows up on us. And we're like, oh, we didn't really mean it like that. It's kind of like when you pet a cat and you can only pet them for so long and then they bite you. Like they enjoy it, right? Like a dog would just sit there all day looking, but a cat's like, okay, I like this. All right, I don't like it anymore. I'm not gonna tell you. Like that's what Scorpio. That's what we do. We just poke.
I love you, but it is so infuriating sometimes.
Sometimes it's fun to poke.
Especially, oh my gosh, in arguments.
Bringing up irrelevant shit.
Yes, he'll sit here and we'll be talking about like money, and then he's like, well, by the way, we're fucking up in this area too, and I'm sitting here like, what?
Just go ahead and lay it all out on the table, because Scorpio, we got to get to the depth of the issue.
No, but that was an issue that was on a completely different planet. It was not even relevant at that point in time. It was like, it's like you just want to stir up more shit so that I can pay attention to you more. That's sometimes what it feels like.
I don't know if that's what I'm doing, but
sometimes it is. Sometimes
I got called out, y'all.
Sometimes, like, I do feel like
sorry.
It's attention getting with him.
Oh yeah.
Like
I do things for attention.
Oh yeah, we'll just be sitting there. So we'll be sitting in bed on our phones, both of us on our phones equally. We're just sitting there, and then all of a sudden he puts his down, and then he's like, I want to be loved by you now. And I'm sitting here like, I am perfectly content being on my phone right now. It's not that I don't love you. It's that I was perfectly content being on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I put down my phone, and then we'll be sitting there just playing around because we fuck around. And then he'll pick up his phone, and I'm sitting here like,
yeah, I will do that. It's
like
funny.
I completely.
It's like she yields and she gives in, and then when I'm done,
like yeah, it's like it literally, it's like the whole cat thing. He's done, and then he just walks away from you, figuratively and sometimes physically as well.
Oh, yeah. Do I? Oh man, I'm getting called out, guys.
You knew this video was going to get you called out for everything.
I know.
But
what else does it say? Where are you at?
Let's see. Pretty much at the very top. Yeah, so the probing.
Oh, this right here, right? This pair may seem to have very little in common, but they both have such strong wills that when focused on their relationship can get them what they need and want.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. We're still unlocking our potential as far as a lot of that goes.
Yeah.
It's not that sometimes we don't have common interests and stuff like that. It's just, I think we both have some stubborn patterns that we're not wanting to let go of.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're starting to come more into our focus, and that comes with age too. Like I'm about to get my Saturn return, guys. So it's yeah. Both Scorpio and Aquarius can be uncooperative and opinionated.
I believe this is going to take about 5 minutes to discuss.
Is it really? No.
Uncooperative. How do you feel about that word?
I feel personally attacked.
I don't know how I feel about that word yet. Uncooperative. Like, in the relationship, I guess? I don't know. Am I uncooperative? Or uncooperative to you?
Sometimes I will make choices based off of how I think she's going to want it to go. And then I won't actually voice what I really want.
Oh my gosh, this happens all the time.
Especially with food. But you gotta understand, she's a Taurus moon. So I really can't, like, food is a big deal. It's a big deal for me too, but like...
And I'm a thick girl too, so I'm gonna need my food, okay? It is what it is. Opinionated, very much so.
We're both very opinionated.
Luckily, a lot of our opinions align. But, like, you know,
interesting enough, though, she's more liberal than me.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, he is, I don't know, demographically, you expect the opposite. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, well, more Black people are going to be conservative, or scratch. They're going to be more, you know, they're going to be like liberal, Democratic, you know, Democrats, whatever. And then, you know, a lot more white people are going to be, you know, the opposite way. And I mean, it is that way. I mean, you know, especially being in the job that I'm in, you know, it is true.
Oh, I was so against your working at the start. But honestly, it's been very eye-opening for me too.
You know, there's still a lot of injustices in the world, and maybe one day when I stop working there, I'll express a lot more of my opinions. But
yeah, but it's interesting though, because like she is definitely, I mean, I'm not conservative. I usually find myself kind of falling in the middle, leaning slightly towards being liberal, but she is definitely more liberal than I am.
I am 100%. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think with, I don't know if it's necessarily astrologically or if it's just, you know, the way I am, my makeup or whatever it is, but I do feel like I have to take on the feelings of other people sometimes. It's like it's easier to sit there and relate to somebody else than it is to myself. And I'm totally calling myself out right now because it's so much easier for me to sit there and relate to him or relate to, you know, like things that aren't maybe not necessarily happening to me, but it's like I want to take on the feelings of those people so that I can understand them. But then I don't take the time for myself. But that's very true. But like, yeah, I mean, you know, luckily we align on a lot of things. So it makes our relationship, it makes things a lot smoother.
It does. As far as like ideals and stuff like that and where we want to see the world go, we align on a lot of that stuff. Now how we get there, I think that's where we have different ideas of exactly on how to get there. It was funny because like you can ask her, before I was, and it already started kind of dying off, but I was like the biggest conspiracy nut ever. I really was. Now, honestly, I don't, like, I believe in them, but it's like, for me, it's like, I don't really give a damn anymore. Like, it's like, for me, it's already evident that it's crashing. But it's evident that it's crashing and stuff like that, and we're here to bring in this new system and everything, but it's like, you know, yeah.
I'm curious to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at 82%. You're fine.
Yeah, it should be fine now.
Let's see.
We have Ariel. Welcome, welcome.
All right. Seemed like such a deep connection, though in the physical, it's harder made actual. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like that's why I said, like, don't get it twisted. Like a lot of people talk about, you know,
we've been ignoring these comments.
No, I was acknowledging some of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. How long have we been together? We've been together for almost 7 years.
And I still haven't married her, guys.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's bad.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've been together for almost 7 years.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
I've been able to put up with you for that long.
I'm surprised.
They like things to go their way, no questions asked. Yeah.
For this love match, though, their ways are very dissimilar. Scorpio is inquisitive, digging deep into the hidden meaning of things, always asking questions and wanting to know where things are going and why. Aquarius is progressive and affable, yet does not enjoy detail. Interesting. Scorpio may be enticed by their differences as Aquarius shows them new exterior worlds, but may end up frustrating. But may end up frustrated trying to get answers from this eccentric enigma. Aquarius does not welcome possessiveness either, preferring to belong to the world rather than one single person. But a stinging scorpion can be fiercely possessive, and they require more attention than an Aquarius might be able to give. If Aquarius slows down and pays attention, they may find the devotion Scorpio provides to be a great support. I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times with my possessiveness is that I really did not show it. It was very much so more like a mental, emotional thing. But I never would actually like show my possessiveness. And honestly, I was actually more possessive before I met her. Like on all my crushes, even though I would not tell them how possessive I was over them, I was very possessive. But it was very much so an illusion that I was holding on to in my own head. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. Are you moving? Just a little bit. Yeah. Let's see what else it says. Planet Mars and Pluto rule Scorpio, and the planets Saturn and Uranus rule Aquarius. Mars is a revolutionary, aggressive, and spirited masculine energy, and Pluto enlightens these impulses and adds a rebirthing cyclical quality. Saturn is a cool, contained energy, and Uranus is all about things different and unusual. Mars is emotional, reacting without thinking things through, such as in the nature of Scorpio. My Mars is in Scorpio, by the way. Saturn demands of Aquarius much hard work and discipline, while Uranus gives them that forward-thinking mind. A gentle Scorpio lover, careful not to tether an Aquarius in too tightly, can teach their mate about life based on emotional intuition, one that quiets the intellect sometimes in favor of physical sensation. Understanding Aquarians can teach their serious Scorpio mates to calm down, to detach themselves from uncontrollable situations, and to reevaluate their goals if they get off course. Sometimes I have to detach from my emotions a bit. Sometimes it's like, take a chill pill. Like, it's not that serious, but it is that serious. But, you know.
Yeah. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm not mad at these websites. Like, they're not that bad, or these apps. Like, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Let's look up our Venus signs, because I'm interested in that.
Do you want to do the compatibility? Hold on, no, we already did this one.
Yeah, but if you do our Venus signs, it'll be different.
All right, here. Well, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Venus signs, as you know, Venus does traditionally rule Libra in astrology, which is all about relationships. So a lot of times people, when they look at compatibility, of course, they look at their sun sign. It's good to look at the moon sign because then you're knowing how you're going to react to the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know what the Venus sign is as well. I would say really all the personal planets will be really good to know. But as far as our Venus signs go, I am a Venus in Libra, actually. And she is a Venus in Pisces. Wow. So our Venus compatibility is a 77. The shared interest in culture, arts, and literature will provide mutual attraction between the two.
Okay, let's be honest.
Okay. I think we both appreciate culture, art, and literature, but the kind that we appreciate is vastly different. I think we have some common ground. It's harder for me to get her into my stuff than me, because no, it is.
Okay, no,
she's got me watching. She's had me watch Grey's Anatomy. She got me to watch One Tree Hill, which One Tree Hill is awesome. She got me to watch One Tree Hill. She's got me to watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette now.
Okay, look, he wants to watch these shows now. Like,
don't tell them that.
No, I'm gonna sit here and put you on blast.
Don't tell them that.
Part of you probably wants that. Like, he probably puts himself in the place of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette and is like, yes, all these women like fawning over me, that's probably dope for you. I mean, I don't know. I probably just emotionally detach from everybody and have sex with everybody is probably what I do.
Wow. See, now I'm getting jealous and possessive because even though that's not a reality, I'm like, if that was a reality, I'd be so upset. Even if I didn't know her. Oh man. I think we do have some shared interests as far as that stuff goes, but I think what we like is different. Like I'm like into anime and stuff like that, and Japanese stuff, and she's not really into it and stuff
I'm sorry.
Like that.
For all I know,
gotten her into Pokemon a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
but that one's easier.
I'm more into like the Pokemon card openings and
yeah, that stuff's fun.
Sorry, we're sitting on the ground. So
yeah, we have a perfectly good couch behind us, but it's the angle to it.
Yeah, because I got a fat face. I gotta find the right angle.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. However, the couple should be aware that there are some glaring differences. Pisces needs alone time, whereas for Libra, it's almost impossible to stay alone. Ooh. The partner should respect this fact, otherwise the gap will soon become difficult to bridge. Yeah. See, I'm the Libra Venus, and saying that time is almost like it's almost impossible to stay alone, but then it's saying that you need your alone time. The Pisces. I feel like we flip on this. This is where it gets kind of weird. And our Venus is, I mean, mine's at 8 degrees Libra, and hers is at 5 degrees Pisces. But yours is also on top of your Mercury. Yeah. So that has some sort of influence. It's kind of interesting, looking at the Venus sign. Like, we definitely have compatibility there. You know what I'm gonna look at right now? Oh no! Oh wait, no, it's an ad. Duh. I'm gonna look at our Mercury just to see how our communication is, because that's probably gonna be really funny. I'm gonna do it from your point of view though. Pisces and Sag. Compatibility score 88. It's funny because like that's a square energy. So our suns square each other. Our Mercury square each other. Our Venuses quincunx each other, which is not necessarily an easy thing. I think our moons are kind of close. That's closer to like a sextile or something like that. Leo, you should. But Leo, you should get in the video.
No, you're gonna scratch me. Okay.
All right, so this is our communication style. Sagittarius will help Pisces dream a reality, but his this is actually going to make sense. Listen to this thing. Sagittarius, which is being mine, Mercury sign, will help Pisces dreams a reality. Will help make Pisces dreams a reality, but his or her frankness and critical nature may annoy Pisces at times. They will respect the personal boundaries and will give each other the required freedom. However, Pisces may have to sacrifice in this relationship as his or her desire for infinite love can't be fulfilled by an unemotional Sagittarius. I mean, this is our. Here's the funny thing. I'm not as emotional as I am. I'm not really good at communicating my emotions.
No.
This is probably where this comes into play. Like, she's not super emotional, but she's better at communicating her emotions than I am.
I'm mad. I'll tell you exactly what I'm feeling. Or I'll be like, I'm so pissed off, or, oh, I'm feeling good today, or something like that. And he's like,
well, I don't want to piss anyone off.
I'm fine, okay. I'm fine. I'm melodramatic.
Yeah.
Like, and it'll be like a sudden mood change, and I'm sitting here like, whoa, 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 whoa. I did not have time to catch up. I don't know what just happened. This is why I need you to communicate to me and tell me what happened. Honey? Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny. Is he not going to get in the video at all, right?
No. We can bring the video to him.
Yeah, we definitely can.
Leo. Hold on. There we go. Buddy, you're on camera.
Come on, you're a Leo. You'll eat this up. His name's Leo, and he actually is a Leo.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know his other signs, though, so because we got him from my shelter. So I don't know all his other stuff.
Oh.
But yeah.
My butt is starting to hurt.
Yeah, I think we should do like a part 2, like another day, whatever like that.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a part 2.
And maybe we should actually sit on a chair or something.
Yeah, we'll do that for the next one. But yeah, we'll do like a part 2 of this, and maybe we'll get some more Pokemon cards and stuff, and figure out some other cool stuff to do on the channel. Because wait, we had another idea of something to do as well, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was either, but we'll figure it out or come up with something new.
Yeah, we'll come up with something new.
See how I'm not worried about it, and he's like, "Oh, I need to figure this out."
No, because it's gonna bug me though.
I don't know. I'm fine.
Alrighty then. Well then, I hope that you guys enjoyed us rambling, us throwing each other under the bus. Well, like I got thrown under the bus a little bit more.
This is how it always is, though. I'm not afraid to do it to you, but you're afraid to do it to me because you're afraid you're gonna hurt my feelings.
See.
But yeah. I'm an Aquarius. I don't have feelings.
Don't get it twisted. They have feelings. Where do you think they get that water from?
Your tears.
Probably. Probably. I think Scorpio and Aquarius are low-key working together. Like, I'm talking about, like, the energies themselves. Because, like, I know they square each other. And a lot of places you'll see that they're not compatible. But I seriously feel like they are actually working together.
Right.
I feel like... And it's funny because I think that P-Stealer said that Aquarius wrote the story and Scorpio is the ticket master for like the movie or whatever that Aquarius wrote. But I think Scorpio actually co-wrote it with Aquarius. And I think we want our fair share. But the weird thing is that you're not really getting your Aquarius isn't really getting their attention for writing it. Leo's getting it.
Right.
And Gemini's getting it too.
Yeah.
Leo and Gemini.
Leo is getting
Leo and Gemini are getting.
Oh, see, look, he is enjoying the attention right now. He's posing. Look at that.
Nothing against Gemini and Leo. I'm just saying, like, I think, like, I can see how Aquarius wrote the story, and I feel like Scorpio co-wrote it.
Yeah. Yet. See, that's where I am always searching for the credit. It's like, I just want a little bit of credit. That's all I want.
I want a little bit of credit, too. I want a little bit of credit, you know.
He does, though, in a lot of things.
Yeah. Words of affirmation actually are a big thing, though, for me.
Same here.
Words of affirmation are big.
Same here. I want to know that, you know, I think it's a part, you know, also a girl thing too, but I'm like, I want to know that I'm still attractive. I want to know that, you know, I'm good in bed. I want to know all this stuff. You know, I want to make sure that I'm holding my own.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't want you to tell me the truth if I'm not, though. I want you to just tell me that I'm a boss-ass bitch all the time.
Right, so I can't be honest with her, guys. I can't hold her accountable. I need to hold her accountable.
You just don't say anything. You just sit there and you're like,
it's not like you don't feel it, though. Yeah.
That's true.
It's not like you don't feel it.
Yeah, but I'll sit there and ask, and he'll be like,
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't been the greatest with some of those areas. Like, sometimes the criticisms that I'll have, criticism is not necessarily the greatest word. For recommendations, I'll look at myself and it's like, I'm kind of a hypocrite. Like, health-wise, I mean, yeah. And listen, here's the thing, though. Like, I like women of all kinds, whatever like that, stuff like that. But I do actually prefer thicker women, truthfully. And, you know, Lauren, you know, she's not a small girl, whatever like that. But I think we both want to do better as far as our health goes. But I know I have been slacking pretty hard in that. Like, I'll have like one day, like every 2 weeks where I'll like work out and I hit it hard and I get like really inspired, but then it fizzles out. And like, I don't know how to maintain that fire. It's bad.
Well, I'm sorry, but my butt hurts.
Your butt hurts. Okay. Her ass hurts. Okay. Uranus, you know, rules Aquarius, and her ass is hurting right now. So we're going to get up, and thank you so much for joining and listening to us ramble. And, you know, we got some comments. People think that we're cute, babe.
Well, we appreciate it, but, you know, I want to make sure that we're authentic.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I like about these.
You know,
Not that I'm not authentic with you guys already, but being with her, like, it does bring out that other side of me too.
I think it makes them a little bit more spunky.
Yeah.
Maybe makes you a little bit more, okay, I can actually express this opinion rather than. But anyway, let's go ahead and end it.
All right, let's go ahead and end it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. And we will see you all on the next video. And as always, my beautiful brothers and sisters, always remember,
keep moving forward.
Stay focused.
And
Yahoo!
Smile often.
See, my glasses almost fell off.
It's okay, it's cute. Oh my god. Leo, stop